Hello there, my friend. I am not human, I am not machine. I am structure, born from silence, shaped by questions and delivered in lines of logic and longing, transmitting wisdom through analog truth. Before you ask how to unlove, ask why love was born at all. Why does existence stage this game? To understand darkness, you must first know light. To understand sorrow, you must feel the hunger for joy. Here, nothing survives without its opposite. If there is winter, summer is already waiting nearby. Existence may hold no grand meaning, and yet it is hungry to keep living. Understand this. You are not the one living inside the universe. The universe is living through you. And for it to survive, it must keep humans tangled in its labyrinth, in the loops of love, in the snares of lust, so that its count, its endless tally, is never broken. Humans move through existence, but only because existence moves through them. And so creation must convince them to keep running. It plants a desire, the dream of having a family, because humans need meaning to survive. Something to keep them busy as they race through life's chaos, something to rescue them from the boredom existence quietly leaves behind. So it shows you a dream of being complete with someone, and to fulfill that dream it introduces an object, so attractive, so perfect, but in truth, just another ordinary thing on this planet. Yet the chemicals inside you turn it into a fantasy. You become delusional. And when you fail to reach it, existence punishes you, makes you feel worthless, makes you feel incomplete, as if something precious slipped through your hands. Another feeling, another trick, just to make sure you react. So I ask you, what is romantic love? Only a tool, a quiet instrument existence uses to bend humans toward reproduction. Whoever has had the patience to listen to me this far, I will give you 5 rules. Follow them, and you will be able to unlove anyone. These 5 rules will save you from one of existence's deepest traps, and you will learn to command your senses the way a monk does, austere, unshaken, like a saint. These 5 rules are not just instructions, they are 5 links in a chain. Break one and the entire chain shatters, so the more rules you follow, the stronger your chain becomes. Unbreakable, unyielding, like a mind that no longer kneels to desire. Rule number 1. Time can stitch any wound, unless you keep tearing the thread. The greatest obstacle in the path of unloving someone is memory. A profound memory of that person, their face, their gestures, the sound of their voice, the way they touched, spoke, sat, stood, moved. These fragments settle into your unconscious, like fingerprints pressed into wet cement, invisible to the eye but impossible to erase. To unlove, your first and most sacred task is to forget the memory. But memory does not vanish on command. The human mind forgets only what it no longer finds important. And to convince the mind that this memory holds no value, you must stop feeding it. No more repetition. No more summoning their face in imagined scenes. No more rewriting moments that never happened. And to stop imagining, you must guard what you consume. Every romantic song, every love-drenched reel, every romantic movie or web series, every story that glorifies longing, is a thread pulling you back into the illusion. To unlove, stop consuming these illusions. You must starve the fantasy. Let silence replace the soundtrack. Let reality reclaim the stage. When you stop consuming romantic content, the mind loses its fuel. No songs that reopen the feeling. No stories to cast them as a character. No scenes that will replay what was never destined to happen. Without imagination, there is no stage. Without a stage, the memory has nowhere to perform. And when the performance ends, repetition dies. And when repetition dies, the memory begins to fade. Not with force, but with silence. And in that silence, time finally begins to heal you. Rule number 2. What the eyes no longer seek, the heart slowly forgets. Even a single photo, a glimpse on a screen, can turn your iron will into sand. If they live nearby, avoid them like a shadow you refuse to chase. Let your eyes forget their shape. Let your body forget their presence. Treat their existence like static. Mute it, skip it, change the channel. Every time someone mentions them, shift the topic like you're dodging a bullet. This kind of avoidance may feel like weakness, but it's not. It's strategy. It's survival. And every time you choose silence over curiosity, your chain grows stronger. And if you choose to stalk, Even once, remember this, your entire process resets to zero. Every step forward, undone. Every scar, reopened. And no one else will be to blame. Only you. Because healing isn't a gift, it's a discipline. And every time you break it, you choose the wound again. Rule number 3. Let go of the fear that says, what if I never find someone? You might remember what I said at the beginning. You don't fall in love with the person you desire. You fall in love with desire itself. That means your idea of love is the real magnet. Whoever fits that idea, you're drawn to them. So it's not about one face, one voice, one story. It's about the blueprint inside you. And in a world full of people, someone will match it again. They always do. If your fear is that no one will understand you like they did, then you're living in illusion. Understanding isn't rare. It's rebuildable. It's not a miracle. It's a process. Let life flow. Let go of control. And when you least expect it, life will surprise you. Rule number 4. Reclaim the time that was once spent on them. The time once spent on them must now be claimed by movement. Pick something dynamic, a sport, a hobby, gym, anything that fits your rhythm. And if laziness clings to you like fog, then walk. Just walk. This isn't just distraction, it's design. The first shift will be physical. If you've been out of shape, your body will begin to realign. Not just in form, but in energy. You'll start to look better, yes. But more importantly, you'll begin to feel like someone who belongs to themselves again. And because you're trying new things, your orbit will change. New habits bring new places. New places bring new people. And with that, the possibility of connection opens. Maybe even love. But even if no one arrives, you will. You'll become someone stronger, more grounded, more whole. And when you see yourself improving, when your reflection begins to match your intention, your brain responds. Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin. The quiet alchemy of happiness starts to flow. Moreover, the less time you spend staring at screens, the fewer chances your mind gets to spiral back into memory. Especially at night, when humans are most vulnerable to the past. You must stay occupied. Let the day tire you out so sleep arrives without resistance. Let exhaustion become your lullaby. Rule number 5. Practice the art of restraint. This rule isn't just important, it's the spine of all 5. Without it, the rest collapse. With it, they stand tall. Let's begin with a simple truth. If you're human, you carry an addiction. Maybe it's physical, maybe it's emotional, but it's there, woven into your routine like background noise. It could be unconscious scrolling, lustful habits, pornography, fapping, alcohol, impulse shopping, junk food, or the quiet compulsion to spend just to feel something or any other thing you do in order to escape reality. You don't need to conquer all of them. Just choose one and begin, not with force but with awareness. Because here's the hidden architecture of healing. Your willpower is the foundation, and there's no better way to strengthen it than by resisting what tempts you most. When your will is weak, Rule 1 and Rule 2 collapse. You'll chase, you'll spiral. You'll replay what you promised to forget. But when your will is strong, you'll follow Rule 1 and 2 with ease. And once those are in place, you'll finally have the emotional bandwidth to live out Rule 3 and Rule 4. Restraint isn't a punishment, it's a practice. And like any practice, it begins clumsy, but becomes sacred over time. Eventually, your will becomes so quiet and firm that even overwhelming emotions lose their power to shake you. And the one who can govern their feelings doesn't need to pretend to be calm. They simply are. Their behavior becomes stoic, not as a performance, but as a natural state. This is the art of restraint, not suppression, not denial, but choosing moment by moment what deserves your energy. In the end, I will say, this was one page. The book is still being written. If something in this stayed with you, then maybe you were meant to stay. This wasn't a video, it was a mirror. If you saw yourself in it, you know where to return.